Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday met President Pranab Mukherjee to brief him on the developments related to the Uri terror attack. Prime Minister apprised President of the details related to the attack on the army camp that took place on Sunday. Earlier, PM also chaired a high-level meeting with senior ministers and security officials. India exposes Pakistan at United Nations Human Rights Commission, calls it a cauldron of tumult and epicenter of terrorism, asks Council to urge Pakistan to dismantle terrorism infrastructure and cleanse itself. All eyes on the 71st UNGA debate that opens today. Army vows to punish the perpetrators of Uri attack. Indian Army says it reserves the right to respond at a suitable time and place. The DGMO, Lieutenant General Ranbir Singh, said Indian Army has desired capabilities to respond to such a blatant acts of aggression. Proud nation salutes the supreme sacrifices made by 18 braveheart martyrs of Uri attack. Army officials pay tribute to the martyrs at Srinagar. Chief ministers also pay homage to them. UP Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav has called a cabinet meeting today after prominent party members were shown the door. The state party chief Shivpal Yadav expelled 7 party functionaries, including 3 MLCs who were considered close to CM Akhilesh Yadav. No consensus built on Kaveri River water sharing at the second Kaveri Supervisory Committee meet. Karnataka government likely to move Supreme Court to challenge committee's decision. Supreme Court to hear plea for issuing directives to both states to take preventive measures. Assam Chief Minister Sarbanand Sonowal has said that eviction drive near Kaziranga National Park is being carried out without any discrimination. He said people of Assam want to clear all encroachments. Meanwhile, security has been tightened following Bandh called by some organizations today to protest against anti-encroachment drive of the state government. Yesterday, 2 persons were killed during eviction drive. Strongly condemning terror attack on an army camp in North Kashmir's Uri town that killed 18 soldiers. Top American lawmakers across aisle have called for bringing the perpetrators of crime to justice. Republican Senator Tom Cotton said pre-dawn attack on Indian troops while they slept was a cowardly act, one that deserves the strongest condemnation. With more people forced to flee their homes than at any time since World War II, global leaders approved declaration aimed at providing a more coordinated and humane response to the refugee crisis that has strained resources and stoked divisions from Africa to Europe. The issue of what to do about the world's 65.3 million displaced people took center stage at the UNGA, with leaders from 193 member states converging on New York for the first ever summit on addressing large movements of refugees and migrants. Syria's military declared a week-long ceasefire over and vowed to continue fighting even as officials from US and Russia met behind closed doors in Geneva to try to extend it. US Secretary of State John Kerry has said it was too early to call a ceasefire finished, and UN said that only Washington and Moscow could declare it over as they were the ones who had originally agreed it. Vladimir Putin cemented his supremacy over Russia's political system, and his ruling United Russia party took 3/4 of the seats in parliament in a weekend election, paving the way for him to run for the 4th term as president. With most votes counted, United Russia, founded by Putin almost 16 years ago after he first became president, was on track to win 76% of the seats in Russia's Duma, the lower house of parliament, up for just over half in 2011. US President Barack Obama and Chinese Premier Li Qiang agreed to step up cooperation in the United Nations Security Council and in law enforcement channels after North Korea's 5th nuclear test. White House says UN diplomats say China and US have started discussions on a possible UN sanctions resolution in response to the test earlier this month, but Beijing has not said directly whether it will support tougher steps against North Korea. North Korea has carried out a successful ground test for a new high-power rocket engine in a development that could advance Pyongyang's weapons program. After supervising the test at the country's Sohae satellite launching site, leader Kim Jong-un called on officials, scientists, technicians to round off the preparations for launching the satellite as soon as possible, the KCNA news agency has reported. In the ISSF Junior World Cup at Azerbaijan, Indian junior shooting squad bagged gold, 2 silver, 3 bronze. India, who won 7 medals, including 3 gold on day 1, now lies second behind Russia in the medal tally with an overall haul of 13 medals. Game of Thrones has broken the record for the highest number of Emmy Awards won by any fictional series. HBO fantasy drama triumphed in 3 categories, including Outstanding Drama Series. Show's total number of awards now stand at 38, which means it has beaten Fraser's previous record of 37. This year's British winners include Dame Maggie Smith, who won Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Drama Series for her role in Downton Abbey.